Hello everyone. I'm doing a video today for Kris. She is a widow and she has two sons and her two boys. Their father, well, her husband passed away, and she loves the red truck, and like I told you in my last video, I am going to paint her one. Am I nervous? If it's for me, I don't have a problem. I can just go for it. But because I want this to be good, and I'm trying to do a background, so I am on pause because this is going to be a stop and starter, or you'll be on here for 3 hours. I wanted to show you quickly that I'm doing a background. There we go. And this thing is driving me nuts. Boy, you get what you pay for. I'm doing a background, as you can see. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. I looked up some backgrounds. I want it to look like it's on a country road, but I don't know. This is going to take me a little while because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. I just wanted to have some color in the background. And I'm going to write "The Country Road Take Me Home." I'm going to use the gold pen for that. I don't know what I'm going to do back in here. I'm just going to try to make it, fill it in so it's not like just a blank slate. Now, the one I did yesterday, I basically just put a lot of clumpy white paint in the background, and it looks good, and the flowers stand out, but it just looks like it's missing something. So I'm going to try to do more of a background, and I know whatever I do, Kris will appreciate it. She's just that kind of person, and I don't think she'll hold it against me. But I already sketched the truck. It says daily deliveries. Some of these things I am going to have to use my these things. I'm going to use this for the country roads, the gold. My markers, because some of the flowers is really hard to get into. So right now I'm doing some just testing out a background to see if I can make it look a little realistic, and I'll be back. All right, I'm coming on here to show you on the truck. I am doing it's like a brown wooden slats that are on the back of the truck that they use, I guess, to transport flowers. And on the last painting I did, the flowers, I did them first, and then the wood got lost. And I really want to bring that to life, that wood, so I'm being more careful with this one for Kris. I'm getting in there real gently. I bought some new brushes at the Dollar General today. God knows I needed them. They were only like $3, but I get my check this week, and I'm going to buy some better brushes. And so I'm getting in between. I'm getting in between the flowers real carefully to get that brown to life, that brown fencing look. See how I'm trying to get in between those flowers to show that we have a little fence there. And I think I'll put a little dark in there in between, because it's kind of like there's two wooden slats, and I think you guys know what I mean, on one of those old vintage trucks. So I think I pretty much got it all except right in here. And I'm mixing a little beige and a little brown, because colors are all mixed. They're blended. There's most shadowing and things like that. If you look at it, you know they're not like one color. And I don't know a lot about painting. Honest to God, I don't. But if you look at a painting, you can see that things aren't just one color. They have blending. So I'm trying to learn to blend. I've been looking at some painting videos at nighttime, and I'm trying, that's a little too much. Let me get that off. I'm trying to learn how to blend your colors and do shadowing, things like that. It's really, oh my God. I'm a very high tense. I'm a very high, what's that word? Type A personality. And this painting, I'm telling you, joy, joy, joy. It brings me so much joy, like the dog. And I don't know. Oh, by the way, I have this thing here is potty patches for the dog, and he doesn't use them anymore. He's totally trained. Charlie did not take long at all to train. So I'm filling in the background. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I might try to make it look like there's little bushes or something in the background, but right now I'm just filling in the background, keeping away from the truck as much as possible. So I'll be back, and look, I put some makeup on, cover up all those blotches. Okay, I'll be back, so stay with me on this. Okay, where I'm at right now, I want to show you what I'm doing so that you guys that are starting to paint have a little idea of what I'm doing. Not that I'm a professional, but because I did not like the lines on the last truck that I did on the wheel. I don't know what they call this, but this gives it that vintage look around the wheel, that circular thing. And this is much more precise. I did a better sketch on this. So I'm using black, and I'll probably go in there and shade it a little bit to get around the wheel. I started to do some red. I'm really noticing with me in the painting that I was doing like one thing at a time, but I realized that's not kind of working for me because you have to wait for certain areas to dry. Like I'm going to do the flowers last because they're going to be the hardest thing. Can you see all the sketching I did in there? And the wood, I tried to bring that to life. The wood slats, they're on the back of the truck. So I'm outlining the wheels, and then I'll come back and shade it later, but I just wanted to get that in there now. And back in here, there's a little dark. Glad I bought these brushes. They're so nice to help me get in there and get this detail done. Chris, I really hope you like this. I know you will. Even if I gave her the most messed up painting in the world, I know Chris, she would love it. She's so good-hearted, like her boys. So I'm going to get in there and do a little black in these tires while I'm with the black. We are running, aren't we? Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. I'm just showing you some of the things that I do. The main thing with painting that I'm learning watching all the videos, shadowing is so important. Like this one painter, he was saying how he drew a beautiful truck. Honest to God, it wasn't a vintage one. It was old, but not as old as this one. And his shadowing was so phenomenal. It looked like a real truck was sitting in a driveway. It was gorgeous. So I noticed that most of it was shadowing. He was teaching you how to do shadowing. I'm sure that takes years, and I'm never going to live that long to learn, but I'm totally enjoying this feeling I get when I paint. So I'm trying to learn as much as I can, but it's all about the shadowing to make it look realistic. And some painters don't want their paintings to look realistic because that's just their style. But anyway, I'll be back, and when I get to the flowers, it's gonna be really hard for me because they're very intricate. I'll be a wreck. But we'll be back. Hi. You have no idea how long I've been gone, but I've been gone for a while. I figured I would let some of the paint dry. Some of these colors are drying out because the lids are off. But in order to start another section, but this is where I am. The intricate parts I'm saving for last, and I'm still trying to figure out a background. I wanted to have a little sun somehow. So I'm working on that. And I ran and I stopped and I did threw some laundry in. And so I noticed that everyone in the community room was watching the game. So I figured, well, I have money in my pocket. I'll go down there with Charlie, because I took him out, and get a whenever the Eagles play, they sell sandwiches, hoagies, or something like that at a really reasonable price, sodas, and you can go down there and get one. So I thought, well, instead of cooking the hamburger I have, I'll go down and get a sandwich. So I walk in there, and it was like the devil. It's like the devil walked in the door. And I'm like, uh-oh. And I said, do you have any sandwiches left? There was about 30 people in there. And she said, no, we sold out. So it was like later in the day. So they were like in the fourth quarter, I think. So I said, oh, I guess I'm late. And then she goes, and you have to get the dog out of here. So I said, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. I said to her, I wasn't staying. I was just going to buy a sandwich and leave. And I had the dog with me. I didn't want to leave him in the hallway. So anyway, I didn't get a sandwich. Bottom line, they sold out. And realized I'm not allowed to take Charlie into the commons room. And because, I get it. But I got news for you. I am never going to buy another sandwich here in the community room. I only wanted to do it to help them out, and because I had dinner, but the money goes to the commons, the place. So I thought I would help them out, and again, not have to cook dinner, but it's no big deal. And so, but you know what bothered me the most? Thank you for letting me vent, by the way. Is the looks. When I walked in there, I thought it looked like the devil walked in with horns, and I don't know. I guess it was because I had Charlie, or maybe some people, I don't know. But it was a little bit hurtful. So I'm not going to go down there for anything. No parties, no nothing anymore. I know it sounds petty, but I just didn't like that feeling. I'm nice to everyone, and I'll do anything for anyone if I can possibly do it. But when I feel some sort of feeling or heat, I back off. And because I'm not like that. I'm a nice person. I always try to be nice to people, and I'm sure they're nice people too, but I didn't like the daggers I was getting. Anyway, change subject. Thank you for the vent. Let's get back to the good news, the painting. So I'm going to go off. I'm waiting for the edges to dry. I'm going to figure out how to get more sun and more foliage around, so it looks kind of like it's not sitting alone like my other painting. So I'll be back. Hello. I am working on some of the detail, getting into the lines of all the difficult areas. That's what I'm doing right now. I will go back and do some shadowing or add a little color, but right now I just want to get my lines in. So I figured I'd come back on and show you where I'm at. I did start some of the flowers. I don't know what I'm going to do with this background. I'm going to try to put some springish looking. You can tell I want spring here, can't you? Some spring. I'm sorry I did that vent, by the way. I just, oh God, I love this dog so much. And, I bathe him once a week. He's treated. Charlie, he's listening to me. He's my heart. And where I go, he goes. So I will never go to anything again. And I'm not leaving him up here alone. I'm not. So thank you I hope you guys don't get mad at me for that. But it's like, do you know when somebody says something or like bad about your kid, your child, your grandchild, or something like that? You know how that really hurts? Well, you're like, these, what do you call it? We're like mother hens. You can't stand anybody talking about her or bad about her. That's how I feel about the dog. Because he's so good and so innocent. Come on, I'm trying to get some white out of here. I may have to use my Waverly white paint. It just breaks my heart because, you know, it just made me feel a certain way, and I don't know why. I just really love Charlie, and he's a very clean dog. And I mean, I had a kitchen, but that's a community. And let me tell you something. The things that I know about this place, oh wow. You know, when there's elderly people, there are a lot of sick people, a lot of, you know, disease and stuff like that. You know, I don't worry about that stuff. I just worry about my own home. But there's a lot going on then meets the eye. Anyway, it's just the way it is, and I accept that living here. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to show you where I'm at. Pick up this. I wish I had an overhead camera, but there I am. I wanted a I'm trying to make some, that kind of looks like a Christmas tree, which I don't want it to, but I want to bring some foliage back to life. So, I shall return. Back, doing some detailing, filling in the hard parts. Chris likes this. I think I'm going to do this steering wheel first before I go forward with filling it in. I don't know if I should do it with magic marker. I'll just use the paint. How are you guys doing? I don't want to stay on here forever. I'm trying this year to cut my videos back some because I'm looking for a very thin paintbrush so I can get in there and do this steering wheel. This pad, by the way, for the dog to go pee-pee on, which he doesn't anymore, I use them. They are so good for absorbing the water out of the paintbrush so that I can really do some detail. And because you don't want any water on your paintbrush. Yeah, paint's better. I'm making a little steering wheel. Honest to goodness, even though the tiny things are so hard, I absolutely love the detail part of the painting more than anything. I just love it. I don't know why. I mean, I don't like to do it until the end. I do the easier part, but I really love it. It's just the flowers. That's what I told you. I think I told you this before about me. I love detail. The little details. I never had a lot of money. I was always, you know, just getting by. As soon as I would get ahead, something would happen. I want to do something with these wheels, but I don't know why. Let me see. I want to put a little something in there to make it look more realistic. Okay, that's better. I'm just putting a little wispies in there. And I think I'm going to paint that door handle black too. So I want because I'm trying to figure out why I don't get any subs the way the other people do. Like, they're on here for a few months and they're up to 1,000 people, and I'm like, oh my God, I must be so bad. And I don't know why, but it bothers me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really, it's not wrecking my day, but I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And but I have my ones that always follow me, and I love them because you guys are the ones that keep me going. If you say, Shirley, you're doing good, keep that. 2 or 3 people, that just incites me to just keep trying. You know, keep trying, don't give up, and it'll happen. So if it weren't for those people, the way as slow as I am moving in as far as subs, I would have given up. I sound like I'm a downer, Debbie Downer today. I don't know why. I'm not down at all. I'm grateful to God that I feel so good today. I don't know what's the matter with me, why I'm doing this, but I'm sorry if I am. I think it just really hurt me with the dog. I was in a really great mood, and then that happened, and it just hurt me. So I went next door and talked to my buddy Jim. I love him. He's a man. He's in a wheelchair, but he's so sweet. All right, I'll show you where I'm at, and then I'm going to let some dry. Okay. I'm trying to keep it steady. I tried to do a bush down here, but I gotta work on that. It doesn't look like a bush. And I can't go on Google because I'm filming. So, okay, so now I'm going to work on more of the detail and be back because I want to keep it below 30. All right, bye-bye. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Woo. Okay. In all honesty, and I told you I'm always going to be honest with you, this was a tough one. Okay. So the one I did yesterday and the ones I did in the past have all been a blank slate, and the focus was the truck and then the flowers in the truck or the tree, but mostly it is the truck. So, but I'm like, I wish I could do a little bit of background. I didn't research it enough, and I should have, in order to do this, but I went for it, and I know Chris isn't going to hold it against me. It's drying now. I am going to do a little bit of touching up. I thought, well, how am I going to get this to work? Well, I realized I'm not a good background painter, you know, with the woods and the scenery. I don't think I'm good at that. So I tried, and I'm going to show it to you. It's drying, and I want to do a little more shadowing to make it less cartoonish, and see if I can fix it up a little bit. But this is going to be for Chris, and I know she's a very appreciative person, or I wouldn't have done it. And I'm going to keep practicing until I get it right. Maybe this isn't the right background, and I'll show you. It's still wet, so I have to be careful. Okay, now, what I was trying to go for is the truck is sitting on a roadside with flowers in the back of the truck, and the road, it's ready to go up the hill. I should have tilted the truck a little. That probably would have made it more realistic. So I learned, you know. Like I did one for my cousin, and I tilted the truck from that Christmas card that Chris sent me. And that turned out beautiful. So I should have slanted it. And as you see, I got to do a little more shadowing on the truck wheel barrels, or whatever the heck they're called. The waving around the wheels, I have to shadow a little more on the window. But I tried to make it look like a road. I'm going to let it dry. Once it dries, I'm going to go in there and do a little more shadowing. From a distance, it looks better, but I really tried. And then on the roadside, I'm trying to make it look like along here, like there's some flowers along the road. And back in there, some shrubbery, the tree, but it looks a little Christmassy. But I don't know. I guess that's how they look in the summer. So I don't know. I'm going to do a little more research on background. Let this dry. Maybe I'll feel better tomorrow. I just kind of had an ending of a not so great day. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope, if you like it, and share it, like it, because that really means a lot. So I hear. And I'll let you see Charlie, and I'll let you see the one on the wall. So I framed it like I think I showed you this before. And as you see, all this in here, I did a lot of sharp white paint, and I really like this. So I'm just going to keep practicing, you know. Practice makes maybe perfect. All right, let's say goodbye to Charlie. Say goodbye, my little angel. We went next door. We saw the neighbor. He's just so wonderful. Nobody better mess with my Charlie or I go bananas. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you like the painting. I know I'm all red. Whenever I bend over, I get real red. I hope you like the painting. I did the best I could. I am going to send it to Chris when it's dry and I do a little touching up. I hope you like it, Chris. God bless. Take care. Have a nice evening. And Wednesday, if I don't hear from the person I called, I will call another name. All right, bye-bye.